Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. And two idiots join the Inquisition. Dark Heresy!
Welcome to Dark Heresy. I'm your acolyte, Jay Jones, joined by my co-acolyte, Andrew Dickinger.
Hello.
And our servo-skull companion, Daniel Fernandez.
Hola.
Wait a second. Hold on, let me just... Yeah, no, that's your setting now.
Oh, but I can't keep that up. No, I don't. No, that was the only word you programmed into me.
It was? Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
I got really lazy with that programming.
Yeah,
It was a late night.
I've been offline for a little while, guys. How y'all doing?
Yeah, good, Daniel. I mean, I know I was trying to program some new things in there. I know you were getting a little bit wily last time, so I was trying to change
I
things
know.
up.
I was having a party attitude. I'm not sure what my attitude's going to be like this time. I'll figure it out as we're going along. Yeah.
But yeah, things have been good lately. I mean, I've been picking up some new hobbies. I actually, if you check it out, I've got this sweet... Oop, almost dropped it. Got this sweet new plasma pistol.
Yeah, Inquisitor Atris gave you guys some cool stuff for completing the last mission. Is that right?
I don't know why they put some trust in us.
They gave us this cool stuff. I don't think they know why.
I mean, look at this gun. It's the size of me.
That's ridiculous.
I'm holding a bolt gun right now, which I don't know how I got trained. And I just walked in and they're like, hey, so you're here for bolt gun training? I'm like... Yeah.
You're really assumptive about it. You are, again, a strange savant when it comes to just picking up things. And you can fire that thing now?
Oh, yeah, I know exactly how it works.
Really?
It's like super simple.
Does it need to have all of these, like, there's a lot of wax and, like, a lot of these hanging pieces of...
Don't touch the scribes there. They do a good job.
What do they do exactly?
They purifies, Jay.
They're purity seals. Duh.
Weird. Okay, well, I'll leave you and your
should
purity
know
seals alone.
You're a priest.
Of course I knew that. It was a priest test. And I may bring another one to bear soon enough.
I think all the Inquisition knows, like, your deal, or at least they know you're probably not a priest.
Probably not.
Like, I don't want to... Like, I don't talk to too many people outside of you two and Inquisitor Atris,
right.
But the little bit that I chat with the other people on here, you guys have made a name for yourselves.
Agreed. I'm sure.
As badasses, I'm sure.
Look, I got a little crazy with the plasma pistol, and I fired it. I didn't know it would cause hull damage. No one said that.
It's a plasma pistol, Jay.
It fires, like, cool, like, energy.
You know that stuff we see in camera? I mean, we read about?
Andrew.
In places?
What was that?
Huh?
No, we read it. So we read about things.
Yeah, we read about things sometimes.
Anyway, I came over to talk to you guys because Inquisitor Atris has another briefing for you guys. It's time to... You've been chilling for a little while, but it's time to send you on a new mission.
Ooh, I'm excited. No, wait a second. We glossed over something. Daniel, what are you doing when I'm not around? I thought you just sit in the room and pine after, like, you know, where's Jay? I wonder what... Do you have, like, Servo Skull social life?
He definitely likes me more than you, Jay.
Wait, what? That's not true. Daniel, that's not true, is it?
I'm off. Like, I'm not... Like, I go into a sleep mode.
Right.
So you dream about me? I knew it.
No, I just kind of... There's nothing, and then I wake up again.
Oh, okay. Well, as it should be, right? I mean,
yeah, I'm just a, I'm just a servo
wait,
skull.
that's not what I meant. You know what? Maybe we should get you out more. Maybe there's like a... You think there's like a servo skull, like, social
like a
network?
Like a night spot for servo
maybe.
skulls?
Like, just for servo
Skull
skulls.
book?
Yeah, Skullbook. You haven't been on Skullbook yet?
No, I haven't. I mean, you said a social network, so I just assumed Skullbook.
Of course. I
mean,
mean that's the number one servo skull.
We can hook you up with some of them cherubs, maybe.
Ooh, I hear good things about the cherubs.
I don't know.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. I think you'd get along pretty well.
You are handsome.
You are. Very handsome servo skull. I mean, whose ever skull that was previously, very handsome.
Yeah, I believe the skull's owner was a guy named Daniel, actually. That's why I'm also named Daniel. Yeah.
Jay, I always thought it was just that was his skull.
Oh, really? That makes sense. I mean...
do servo skulls usually have names? Inquisitor Atris likes calling me Daniel, but I don't know if the other skulls have names. Do
they should.
Because they're not you, Daniel.
Yeah, they're not you. They're not as cool as you.
I
So
have-
that mission you were going to tell us about.
I have more personality than most servo skulls. It's weird. Anyway, so Inquisitor Atris activated me remotely and sent me to find you guys when, because I'm in the sleep mode. You work on me occasionally. I wake up for that sometimes, but most of the time I
Yeah,
just
sorry
chill.
about that. That must be very terrifying, I have to imagine.
No, it's not like you're waking me up from a dream. I'm not sleeping. I'm just, there's nothing and then there is something.
Wow.
I'm not surprised.
That
That's
is
so
not how my
crazy.
sleep
I'm not
works at all.
I'm not a human. I'm a floating skull.
Sometimes I forget, Daniel.
Don't you say that.
Don't sell yourself short.
Say that.
But listen, this whole mission.
Yeah, it might be good. Let's go over here.
Yeah, let's go over here.
Yes. All right.
Man, I'm so glad we came over here.
But I said here, it's like I would point, but I can't point.
Well, you move your little tendrils.
you got a little
I guess
hand?
you're right. I have these little tendrils.
Yeah, don't sell those tendrils short.
Yeah.
You have said that like 5 times.
I'm starting to feel like I should sell myself short by how many times you tell me not to do it.
No, just don't. Look, okay, I have a phrase book. Sometimes I crack it open. It's my phrase of the day, and I'm trying to use it at least 10
super
times.
Annoying.
Are you gentlemen going to listen to my mission briefing now?
Oh, jeez, you're so... Have you been working on your stealth techniques, Inquisitor Atris?
You both walked into my room with Daniel, and you just kept telling him not to sell himself short, and you were ignoring me.
What? No, we would never. Did we just accidentally walk in here without
I
noticing?
mean, you said over there, and we just walked. So I mean,
Wow. Well, I gotta say, in your own office, you camouflage yourself quite well.
Well, it's good to see you guys again. You succeeded extremely well in the previous mission.
by
Thank
the
you,
way,
yeah.
this bolt gun is schmexy.
Top of the line for some of my best acolytes.
Yeah, and sorry again about the whole thing with the hole, and I mean, someone else probably did it. Probably wasn't me.
No, I know it was you. Don't act like I don't know what goes on my station.
Of course you would know.
Jay, there was like a camera right above you.
I know.
There is nothing that you can hide from me. I want to make
course.
that clear.
We would never. I mean,
Why would we hide things?
yeah, we haven't hidden anything from you. I mean, I could list
You
off a bunch of
literally
things.
just tried to lie to me about destroying the hull.
What? No.
That was just playful.
Yeah, it's just a playful lie.
We were
There's a
testing
difference between
you.
regular lies and playful lies.
We were just testing.
I
you.
feel like I need to remind you once again, I do the tests, not you.
Good point. Good point. I remember that. I remember that was one of our
that
tests.
was a test.
I'm confused about the test now.
So this mission.
You have a unique set of skills that have always succeeded so far, so
You say that like you didn't expect it, and yet somehow it has happened.
not to lie, you've proven yourselves to be very effective in the missions that I send you on. You
Badasses.
Yeah.
sort of surprised me, to be perfectly honest. I didn't necessarily think you would succeed as well as you've had.
Oh, you not succeed as well, because obviously you wouldn't send us on missions if you think we wouldn't succeed, right?
When I found out that I was gaining the two of you to be involved in my service and that you had a past involved with Xenos libraries,
Oh, well, I mean, that's not something we do anymore. I mean, that's a past thing.
Of course.
I was thinking that if you got killed, it wouldn't be the end of the world. But I'm glad that you didn't die, because you've ended up being very useful.
Aw.
That's so nice.
Yeah, that's so nice of you to say.
That's why I'm trusting you with a more complex mission today.
Oh, okay.
And also why I have given you access to some of the Inquisition's best weapons at this point.
Like this.
Jay, take your finger off the trigger, please.
Please.
What?
A hole.
This is the trigger? Oh, my. Now I understand what. Now that all that makes sense.
Do you know what a safety is?
Huh? Of course. I'm a priest. Of course.
What does that have to do with being a
Look,
priest?
I'm just going to put this away and we'll move on.
All right.
God, I just imagined you putting it away and the gun just firing off into the crowd. So, you're going to be traveling to the planet Rund. Rund, yes.
It's an interesting name.
The world has only been discovered recently. There has not even been a full generation that has passed since it's come back in contact with the Imperium.
That's right. Planet Rund.
Wait,
Yeah.
come back in contact.
So there are humans living on the planet. We believe we may have lost them during the Age of Strife. A rogue trader was looking for new ways to travel, cut off time on his routes. He wasn't able to find anything, but he did stumble across this planet. It was around an extremely unremarkable sun, and nobody really gave a damn. And honestly, I still don't really care about this planet. So the planet is primarily covered in water.
Water world, all right.
Sounds like a great concept.
There are archipelagos scattered all over it, like thousands of little islands scattered over the entire planet. But there are huge storms that are on the oceans. There's only really one place that Imperial forces have been able to even land on the planet so far. They've sort of established that out there.
Hopefully a tropical beach, am I right?
I was just thinking the same thing.
There are some of my well-to-do associates have even talked about perhaps visiting it as a vacation spot.
Oh man, that sounds great.
I'm
But
liking this
not
mission
all
already.
of Rund is beautiful. There are the islands. There are as many climates as there are islands. And the planet itself is very geologically unstable. Islands will maybe last for like 1 or 2 years, and then they'll be swallowed up by the constantly moving tectonic plates.
Real estate, not something to invest in on Rund.
I was just going to say, don't be buying condos there.
So normally, when a planet is rediscovered, the Missionaries Galaxia tends to be in charge of reintroducing them to the Empire. Well, introducing them to the Empire in the first place and teaching them of the ways. But
Right, of all the cool things that we do. And
yeah. And incorporating any native religions into the Imperial cults and, smoothing all the things out and inspiring loyalty to the Emperor. But the Missionaries Galaxia is far away. They've not been able to send their agents. And that moron, Harris, the arch-cardinal of this sector, sent his proselytizers instead. Just to remind you, these are poorly trained priests that don't have the skills to truly reintroduce the faith to a planet and make sure that it all goes well.
not like a priest of my standing. I'd be able to reintroduce all kinds of planets to this universe.
What?
Sure. It's mostly just a bunch of well-meaning morons that have ended up creating what seems like a civil war on the planet between
Again, something I can
various
never
different
relate to.
religious groups.
Good.
Honestly, reports are unclear, and I didn't care about Rund. There's no reason for us to care about it. There's people there, but there aren't really any minerals that are important. It's not really well suited for agriculture. You wouldn't want to build a forge there because the island might collapse. It's kind of a garbage place. But something's changed recently. It's been several weeks since you've been back. Have you been hearing about the random psyker attacks that have been occurring all over the sector?
Just loosely. I mean, people mentioning it in the coffee rooms and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's been kind of like coffee water cooler talk and servo skull talk.
Throughout the entire Eskelian sector, there have been various demon cults or rebels, political dissidents, stuff like that. They seem to have no relation to each other, but more and more of them are having psykers working for them. And these psykers tend to burn out violently as they attack Imperial forces.
Ugh.
That sounds great.
Yeah, we've run into a few psykers. They all seem to burn out in their own way.
I was just going to say, that last mission we were on, there was a psyker and burning involved.
After investigating these secessionists and heretics, we've been able to figure out a connection between all of the psykers.
What, and from this planet?
They've all come from Rund.
Whoa!
If you keep in mind, this planet has been independent of the Empire for a long time, so the black ships have not been visiting it. So there are more psykers on this planet than normal.
That's interesting.
That's a lot of psykers.
You two are to travel to Rund. You're going to land in Port Davis, which is the settled part of the planet at this point.
Yes.
And you are going to figure out where these psykers are coming from and stop them from coming out into the rest of the galaxy.
Okay, so kind of like a...
So nuke the entire site from orbit.
well, we can't be... No, that's not the plan, right?
There may be useful things on Rund. We have not explored it well enough yet.
Wait. Are we getting the go-ahead that if there's nothing good on Rund, we can nuke the site?
Why do you always want to nuke the site from orbit?
Because it just sounds so cool.
Exterminatus is an extremely serious...
I'm not talking about Exterminatus. No.
Are you sure? Because a nuke from orbit sounds like pre-Exterminatus.
It's just like one nuke. It's not like a planet nuke.
To be honest, with the geological nature of Rund, one nuke might be enough to shatter the planet.
Oh, wow.
You're convincing me even more.
No.
Right
We're not nuking it. We're not nuking a site. We're going to go down there and we're going to convince these psykers to not
Be nice?
psychic anymore? Are we going down to kill psykers? Is that what we're going to do?
Look, this is a lot broader of a mission than I have trusted you with in the past, but you did such an exceptional job in the last mission of taking down Shiak and dealing with Collins that I'm trusting you with a mission that gives you a much larger scope. Somewhere on the planet is the answer. You need to investigate and find it. I've informed Confessor Schneider on the planet of your arrival. You'll be able to speak with him when you arrive. If you need to travel to other islands, which is likely, you will need to commandeer a ship, put a crew together, and sail to other islands.
Awesome.
They have boats.
They've got islands. Oh my god, we might actually be out of like dark, desolate, horrifying landscapes.
I can't imagine it. But
You sure
I
this
should
isn't
make
a
it
secret vacation?
I should make it clear that the storms on this planet are some of the most extreme anyone has ever seen in the galaxy.
Oh, well, that's a bit of a downer. Okay, well, I mean, we should get...
The constantly moving tectonic plates means that the waves are moving around all the time, which means that there are waves that are like miles high and stuff.
Wow. Well, we be getting our sea legs, right? So they say on Rund?
What?
No? Oh, okay. Sorry, I saw a weird discovery.
He's been dipping
Rund.
into some old data slates,
Yeah.
and it's
We're done here.
Oh, fair enough. All right, well, you have a wonderful day, Inquisitor.
Good luck. I'm trusting you on this.
We will not let you down.
we are the best.
If you prove that you can succeed in a mission where your operation is much more broad, I can trust you with even greater operations, and greater operations will require better equipment and training, which the Inquisition can
Ooh.
provide.
You had me at better.
You can trust us, Inquisitor. We will not let you down.
We're on our way.
All right, you will be given a large stash of thrones to help fund your investigations.
Ooh, all
Good
right.
luck.
I'm very resourceful with them. I don't just throw them away. Oh, wow. What a great meeting.
I mean, we obviously impressed the hell out of
Yeah,
him.
we're getting like a mission with responsibilities, no real direct action, which means we can kind of take this as we go, right?
Do anything.
Yeah, this is going to be
Like
amazing.
Nuking sites from...
No. We're not going to be nuking any sites from orbit.
Look, I don't want to be a spoil sport, guys. It's me, Daniel, by the way.
Right, of
yeah.
course. I mean, no one could mistake you
Exactly,
for like the Inquisitor or
yeah. The
something.
Inquisitor is a slightly deeper voice that I feel like he hasn't always had, but is very specifically now trying to make it sound like he has a deeper
Well,
voice.
he's drinking that brandy from time to time,
You
so
know,
that's
that
gonna
might
affect
have
your
been
throat,
it. Yeah.
so.
So, please, I'm going to have to stop you from nuking the site from orbit.
I mean, I was just joking.
Also, we don't have nukes. Like, we don't have atomic weaponry.
We have nukes.
I don't know. That seems like an oversight.
I mean, we have them, but you don't have them.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, I mean, plasma incident
What?
kind of proves that nukes should never be anywhere near...
In any of our kind of... Yeah, that
no,
makes sense.
don't say our. Don't say our.
Okay, fine. All right, fine. I don't know why people keep giving me pistols.
Why,
This is crazy.
Why they give you weapons?
Let's not question it. To the ship. Daniel, I'm going to switch you off as we make our way down to the Rund planet. All right, Daniel, switching you back on.
It is freezing.
Why?
This was supposed to be tropical
Why does it feel like
paradise.
this?
The island that we've landed on, where Port Davis is in the extreme northern part of the planet. The storms are less intense here, and that's why they were able to set up at least a place for ships to land.
I mean, I'm fine with storms as long as it's warmer than this.
I guess
like,
I
man.
always imagine islands as being tropical, and this is just horribly uncomfortable. I should have worn something more than my shorts and my robes.
Even on Holy Terra, there were plenty of islands that were. That's what you call Earth, right? Holy Terra.
Yeah, of course,
Yeah,
Daniel.
exactly. Yeah. Just double checking.
You had it right.
There are plenty of islands there that are in very cold parts of the world.
Well, why would you ever want to visit those? That's crazy. I mean, I'm pretty sure those are called glaciers, if I'm correct. Right?
I think all the glaciers disappeared a long time ago.
What? I haven't been to Holy Terra in a while. But yeah, I'm just going to slip the rest of these on. Okay, I feel a little bit warmer now.
All right, I guess we should go meet this guy, this Schneider, right?
I'm not even sure where we would meet him. I'm looking around. We landed with like a supply drop, and there were a couple other proselytizers, but like this town they've got wooden sort of buildings, like sort of cabins set up. They seem to be covered in like animal furs and whatnot, and they're keeping the heat in, but
So we see some proselytizers walking around.
yeah, there are some proselytizers, yeah.
So I'm like, yo, and I point to one of them, and I,
Hail, brother!
yeah, hail.
Yeah, hell, what's up?
So
I'm
we're-
also, I'm like you guys.
Are you a follower of Saint Valerius?
I am a follower of the Emperor, so, I mean, I think we all are, right?
I mean, Saint Valerius is one of the Emperor's greatest heroes, and he's the patron saint of this entire sector.
Oh, right. I mean, of course. But I mean, I kind of look at the top of the tree, and then everything kind of funnels down from there. So, when we say Emperor, I mean Saint Valerius, and we all mean the same thing.
Yeah. I thought it was only the proselytizers. I thought I knew all the proselytizers. I don't know you.
Oh, no. You know Schneider?
Schneider? Yes. He's the chief proselytizer on this planet.
Schneider. So Schneider is expecting us.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Let's bring you to Schneider right away.
Perfect.
You see that as you're walking around, you see that there are lots of what are clearly the natives here. A lot of people in this village have a blue tattoo underneath their eye. Different variations of it, but there's all sorts of different patterns of like, some of them are like streaming down like it looks like tears. Sometimes there's like stars. They all have blue tattoos underneath their right eye.
You know, those tattoos are quite sporting.
Well, they're pretty cool.
You should get one.
Yeah.
But all of them are looking at you, Jay, as if like, it's another proselytizer. And they're looking at Andrew with a mix of confusion and terror.
Excuse me, brother. These people seem to be giving us some strange looks. I mean, definitely me, because, take a look at me. But also my friend here, can you tell us a little bit why that might be?
I don't believe they've had any experiences with people with such augmentations as you. Those
Whoa, that sounded a little bit augmentations, that sounded
racist?
Yeah, a little bit racist.
well, the human body is a temple and there's no need to corrupt it with technology.
The machine god would disagree with you.
Well, hold on, let's not
well, Saint Valerius is more important than the machine god.
Yeah, you know what? This sounds like a really great conversation we should have elsewhere.
No, how did you get to this planet?
It was the will of the Emperor that I came
No,
here.
I mean
that's kind of
I
true.
mean the means.
Look, we don't need to get into the details here. Look, you love Saint Valeriface and machines.
Valerius.
Yeah, of course.
Valeriface,
Wow,
that's what he
people are
said.
staring. If you
Yeah.
could take us to Schneider, that would just be great.
This village that you've landed in, there was a landing pad outside of it that was more, metal and whatnot. But as you've entered into this village, it's actually got like just basic sort of stone walls surrounding it. It's sort of a round village. And in the center is a larger building. It would be maybe like a longhouse. In the ancient ideas of, say,
think it's
Vikings.
Right, and back in Holy Terra, there were these like very, very ancient tribes of people.
Called Norsemen, I think.
Yeah, I think that's correct pronunciation. Norsemen.
This would be the longhouse, like the set and like the grand hall of the
This
leader
is a
of this.
very simple like village. It's
You see that most everything is pretty simple. You see that there are like blacksmiths like working on swords here. There doesn't seem to be too much technology, except occasionally you see like very recently added, like there's actually people standing on the walls that actually have las weapons that are like sort of watching for anybody approaching. But most people have like bows and arrows and axes and
I'm
stuff.
getting the feeling that they do not have showers.
Yeah. Well, I mean, maybe. I'm just wondering. I don't think I'm going to be able to get any like plasma pistol ammo around here if I run out.
As you approach the longhouse, you see that there were definitely old, like, sort of holy symbols around here before. Like, there's even sort of signs that, like, they've been recently ripped off. And there are now lots of new signs of, like, devotion to the emperor.
Can we kind of take a look at it and examine and see what these holy symbols might have been previously? Is there like any like indentation or carving that might still remain that we could kind of make out?
Yes, there are some carvings that are like sort of being like worked over, but also you can see that some of them have been recently converted to look more like Imperial. Like it looks like they maybe had like some like gods that were worshipped, and now that god looks a lot more like the emperor.
It's just like they haphazardly put like a cape on it and
Yeah, exactly.
like golden paint all over
Can
it.
I use my forbidden lore for Xenos and see if the god, the image of the god that they were worshipping was in fact not a human god?
Sure, go right ahead.
That is a flat 40.
And is that a success?
No, I missed it by 2. Damn.
All right. If it is a Xeno god, which it's not necessarily one, you don't recognize it.
I don't know what this means.
You know what? I'm gonna think to my priestly trainings, and use the art of Adeptus Ministorum, which, you know, they priested this up, and I'm kind of like reverse engineering it.
Okay,
wondering
yeah,
what
sure.
was there previously. Like, I'm seeing what they've added, so I'm trying to figure out what was there before.
Yes.
That makes sense. No, super fail. 65.
All right. The thing that you notice is, again, even with your poor rolls, you see that the word Sky Father is written in lots of different places. Like, that seems to be the name for the emperor that they have on this planet.
Now, Andrew, I've studied this very closely. I don't know if you can make this out, but it says Sky Father over top of it. And,
Father.
You know, it's not the emperor, so probably not the emperor they were worshipping here. Just a thought.
Well, Sky, I mean, I wonder, I'm having one of those moments, it's like a headache with lights.
Yeah?
Maybe this is related to the stormy things we were told about.
Wait, really? You think the storms that happen on the planet might be related to who they previously worshipped on a planet filled with storms?
I mean, that makes sense to me.
You realize that we just tell these natives that the emperor is the Sky Father, like we incorporated one of their old.
And I mean, he is kind of, right? I mean, if space is like the bigger sky and he's the ruler of space, he's kind of like the space father, the sky father.
That is exactly what we've been doing. That's what we've been telling them.
Sound logic. I like the cut of your jib.
Yeah. It's bulletproof if I can easily come up with it.
Yeah. No, it's this brilliant idea that we came up with as proselytizers. We just told them that it was a Sky Father. And we started flying our ships around. They saw him. It's totally shocked their entire culture, and they're barely able to handle it. But we feel that we got it under control.
That must be why
they're probably receiving it just with open arms. And that
must be why they love me so much, because they think I'm I was sent.
You're kind of the perfect example of everything they must love, because you're so new.
That's right.
Yeah, you're gonna be pretty popular here.
I should be the governor.
Ooh, let's see what we can do about that.
All right, let's go meet Schneider, shall we?
Sure, yeah. By the way, proselytizer, I'm calling you that because I don't know your name. What is your name?
Perry.
Oh, nice to meet you, Perry.
Perry.
Yeah, Perry. Proselytizer Perry. That's me.
Proselytizer Perry.
I'm going to I have stuff to do, so...
Oh, really?
You
can't just be our guide to this town for no reason?
You got some, proselytizing somewhere or something?
Exactly, yeah. I have my mission. I'm going to hop on board a boat. I'm going to sail to one of the many islands here and spread the Emperor's name, or the Sky Father.
Oh, yeah, I mean...
Yeah, be cool.
Yeah.
These dumb morons can't handle it.
Yeah. Real quick, Mr. Proselytizer Perry, where are these boats leaving out of, just in case we wanted to hop on board?
Oh, right over there. He points, and you see that the walls extend towards the ocean. It opens up, and then there's a small little space between it, and then there's another sort of walled port that you see near the actual ocean, and there's a bunch of boats there. You could see some sails sticking up above the walls.
It's probably where all the boats are. Awesome. Proselytizer Perry, thank you so much for your time. May the Emperor be with you.
And may Saint Valerius watch over you.
Yeah, sure, of course. Well, see you later.
You should study Saint Valerius. He's pretty great.
Oh, yeah. I you know what? That was the next saint I was going to get to, and I've just been so bogged down in saints.
We're going to have a conversation later, Perry.
Probably about saints. All right, bye.
I'll be at the port. Bye.
Do we need to, knock? Or
I don't know.
All right, we're going in.
Okay. All right.
You open the doors, and it looks like a mead hall. We're going full Norseman here. Maybe.
Whoa, Daniel.
Nearsman.
Nearsman.
Right?
We are. Look, we used to work in a library. I mean, we know about historical stuff.
There's, several tables. Nobody's really at them at the moment. This isn't the really time to be eating. There's some stairs that lead up to a second level, just slightly raised above that, and there's a large throne. And sitting on the throne is a man clad in red imperial robes, showing that he's part of the clergy. You're guessing that it might be Schneider. There are tons of people scurrying around. There are people talking to Schneider, and there are people getting tattoos put on underneath their eyes. You see people coming in getting new tattoos, or
and these are also people
elaborating
in the same red robes. They also look like proselytizers as well.
Some of them are proselytizers, some of them are not.
Okay.
There are actually many people in here that are part of the traditional native societies. You see that there's one person who still seems to be wearing a small crown. There's a big man standing near Inquisitor Schneider. You actually notice that Schneider is maybe a little small for the huge throne that he's sitting on. He's not a particularly buff guy, but this guy with the little crown is a huge buff dude that seems like he might better sit on the throne.
Oh man, I bet they're best buddies.
Yeah. They must be very familiar with each other. Sharing thrones?
What do you think? The guy with the crown is Schneider, or the dude in the Imperial robes is Schneider?
What if they're both Schneider?
What an interesting debacle.
I know how we solve this.
Okay.
And I immediately raise my hand and say, "Yo, Schneider!"
And he looks up from what he's doing and he's like, "Oh my goodness, my goodness. Oh, it is so good to have visitors. Come closer, come closer."
Oh, I was hoping it was the giant dude.
Go away.
Oh, hey, Schneider. It's nice to meet you. I'm Jay, and this is Andrew.
Hello.
Oh, such a pleasure to meet you. And he shakes your hands.
Excellent grip there, Schneider.
It's so great to have visitors from the Inquisition. Now, I wish that
Well, you know, we want to keep that kind of stuff on the down.
these simple savages don't know anything about the Inquisition. And, like, you see that the word savage is said, and the Jarl, the, like, big guy standing behind him, just sort of, like, gives a little frown on his face. It is not, you do not need to roll it. You could see that he's very irritated.
Right.
But Schneider apparently doesn't notice or doesn't care.
Schneider, who is this? You know, you're saying Inquisition. So I gotta know, who is this gentleman behind you?
Oh, this is the Jarl Frithik.
Who or what is
He used to be in charge of this tribe. He still is, but we've informed the people of the glory of the Imperium, and there's no faith like that of the converted.
Right, he looks super happy. Schneider, we came here to see what we could offer as far as our help.
As you were talking about him, he sort of moves his head slightly and goes, "Huh."
Yeah.
He seems like a cool dude.
Sounds like high gothic, but I couldn't exactly place it. Schneider, how can we be of service?
"Oh, come with me to my chambers. Come with me to my new chambers." He brings you into a room to the left of the throne. Once again, this seems like it was not always
Probably
his
not
room.
his room.
But there's like all of this Imperial like religious iconography, and there's tons of pictures of
Is there an oil painting of him like straddling a tiger?
no, but there is an oil painting of Saint Valerius.
Ah, of course.
Yeah, smiting heretics and stuff in the sector. It's so great to meet you. I wish I could be more informative. I really wish I could be, but it's so difficult on such this savage planet. But of course, these are the challenges that the Empire gives us, and the Emperor will protect those who preach his name.
Right, of course. And I mean, the planet's not that bad. I mean, they've got a pretty nice village, and I mean, this place is real. I mean, you can smell that wood. I mean, I think this is actually real wood. Yeah, no, this is definitely real wood.
This is real wood. It's great. To be perfectly honest, wish I was living on one of the islands that's more warm and tropical, but
we were expecting a warmer climate as well. It's been a bit of an adjustment, I guess you could say.
Yes, but this is the seat of the Imperial presence on this planet, and as the leader of the proselytizers, at least part of this mission, I'm here to help out. And this tribe right here, the Davis tribe, they have been very receptive to our teachings. When we arrived out of the sky in our ships, that sort of made them realize that, you know, we were servants of the Sky Father.
Of course.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been lovely. The thing is, there is no sort of unified government on this planet. It's all just a bunch of different tribes. Every island has their own tribe. Some of the larger islands have maybe 6 or 7 tribes even. And they all have different tattoos. If you notice, that seems to be a very common thing on this planet. They all wear the tattoos.
Based on tribe?
Each tribe has a different sort of facial tattoo that they would wear. We've been trying to co-opt that into the Imperium. We're having them put stars in all of their tattoos because they serve the Sky Father and who's in the sky and the stars. And
right. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. Images of the Sky Father and whatnot. Not everyone has added it to them, but like I said, it's been pretty easy to convince these folks, especially with the ships landing here and there. They know that we are very powerful. And
so they don't have any sort of I guess energy technology at all.
No, not at all. We've been supplying them with it, but
wow, interesting. Now the Davis tribe, you know, Sky Father, right, is the big thing now because obviously he's great. Yeah. But what were the Davis tribe worshiping previously?
They worshipped another sort of Sky Father-like figure, sort of a shamanistic storm god, if you will.
I totally called it.
You did call it.
I knew it. Storm god. Makes sense.
But we've cured them of their old incorrect beliefs.
Do you happen to remember the name of this storm god?
I believe they called him the Sky Father.
Oh.
That's why we're just calling him by the same name.
Right, so you're just kind of being like, yeah, of course, everything was correct. There is the Sky Father, and it's this guy.
Yes, it's pretty standard stuff to teach people about this. Yes.
Yeah, okay. Just curious.
Anyway, about your mission. It's lovely to chat with you. It truly is. But I must continue to spread the word amongst the savages.
The people. I mean the people.
Yes. The unenlightened.
Sure.
Do not get me wrong. There is something truly remarkable about the noble savage who has not been, given the insights of the Imperium, but it is our burden as servants of the Emperor to come in and change their customs and bring them into the light. That's truly, in this universe, I would say that we live in a bright universe, and it is our job to spread that light throughout the world.
I mean, just as long as you're also, being told about the machine gun. Yeah, because that's pretty important.
Yes, quite.
Yeah, we're all going to get along so well.
They don't have much machinery on this planet, so we haven't really mentioned the machine god yet. Maybe you can tell them about that. But you know what? Actually, maybe you shouldn't, because it's a very sensitive work that we're doing, and we wouldn't want to shake their culture up too much.
Yeah, we wouldn't want to shake it up too much, right, buddy?
Yes. No, we wouldn't. Yes, we could do this job just as well.
And it looks like you've done it so well. We spoke to one of your top proselytizers, Proselytizer Perry. He seems to be doing just a bang-up job.
We're just as good as the Missionarius Galaxia. We can do the job that they're not here to do.
Right, yeah. Of course you can.
Anyway, so from what we've seen from the various bodies that they've been showing us of these renegade psykers, they've sent me evidence of it. It looks like all of their tattoos that they have, that the psykers had on their faces when we could still see their faces, they all seem to be from various tribes that are on the island of Tanoku.
Is
that south?
Very far to the south, about where the equator is.
All right, tropical weather. Yeah. So Tanoku, and again, there's multiple tribes on this specific island.
Yeah, there are several tribes. I don't really know too much about it, to be honest.
That's fine. But
have the proselytizers not been there yet?
Well, that's the thing. We've sent Proselytizer O'Dwyer there, and Proselytizer O'Dwyer has not reported back from his mission.
Now, it obviously takes a fair amount of time to get there, and there's these, storms.
And I mean, you got to see the rainforest, and I'm sure there's probably a tubing thing or a zip line,
a little tour.
Yeah. I mean, you got to zip line if you got the chance.
I wouldn't know, but we have limited sort of communication devices, sort of a Vox signal that can travel around to the planets. We give them to the proselytizers that go on their missions, but he has not sent anything back. You would even usually send a sort of a distress signal if something were to be going wrong, but he hasn't sent a distress signal. He's simply...
I'm sure he's fine.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
How long does it usually take to get there?
Well, let's see. About 3 or 4 weeks.
3 or 4 weeks. Okay.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun cruise.
What kind of wildlife are we talking about on the ocean?
I don't know all of their names. You might need to talk to one of the natives about it.
Name all of them.
I mean, there are creatures that are similar to sort of shark-like creatures. There's giant serpents. It's unclear how many of them are real and how many of them are legends. The only thing that we've been really running into as an issue are the Krakenoxi. Some of the most dangerous predators. They seem to have a little bit more intelligence than the other ones. They're do you know what a scorpion is?
I mean, yeah, of course.
I have heard of a scorpion.
I've heard of, are they the red? I'm not entirely sure.
Red scorpion.
That sounds familiar for some reason.
That sounds right.
From our old librarian days.
Imagine a scorpion, slightly larger than a man.
Okay.
That's also able to swim.
All right.
And they also have little arms as well above their claws.
What? Oh, okay. That sounds
They
terrifying.
are one of the most deadly creatures on this planet, it seems. We will be working to try to wipe them out.
Do they come onto the land as well?
They rarely come onto the land, but they do attack ships. They can come out of the water. So there are so many priests that are checking in. I just assumed O'Dwyer hadn't checked in, but we've been trying to send messages to him ever since we realized that there might be the source of these psykers coming from the island of Tanoku, but O'Dwyer has not been chiming in. He may have also been attacked by the Starsworn, but we hope that that's not...
Hold on, the Starsworn?
Oh, have they not told you of the Starsworn?
No, who are the Starsworn?
So...
Glazed over that one.
When we arrived, we started bringing the word of the Emperor, the Sky Father, to everyone on the planet, but not everyone was able to hear it, and the early scouting vessels that were flying around the planet trying to find a relatively stable place to land, many different tribes saw spacecraft flying around through the sky. And there are those, they're sort of worshipping the spaceships themselves.
Interesting.
They're calling themselves the Star Sworn. They actually, if you look at their boats, they have modeled their boats to actually look like the spaceships that they've seen now.
Oh, it's pretty neat, right? It's like, hey, I like that. I want to look like that.
Good craftsmanship.
But
really?
They have been unwilling to listen to the word of the Empire. Many of them have just not been told well enough yet, I suppose. They have been battling with the servants of the Skyfather. And
the servants of the Skyfather are obviously ones who have, seen the awesomeness of the Emperor and are like, yeah, I'm totally down for that. And
yes.
But the Starsworn, they just worship spaceships?
Yes, they all have slightly different variations on it, but when you see spaceships in the sky and your primitive culture has never seen them before, it tends to shake up your religion.
That makes sense, I guess.
So I would caution you that the Starsworn may be involved in this, but I can't imagine they can't get psykers off the planet, obviously.
Right, because, their boats are actual spaceships.
I don't... We've been trying to investigate all of the shipments that have been coming in and out. There have not been many.
Yeah, that was part of my question is, do you have any idea how they're getting off the planet?
No idea at all. The shipments are usually very well monitored.
Is it possible they might have someone on the inside of these shipments that are getting people in there without you knowing?
We've been trying to investigate. We haven't noticed anything, to be perfectly honest. Most of the cargo is just stored in, vacuum-exposed areas. No psyker would be able to survive in the areas that the cargo's being stored in most situations.
This is turning into a real mystery.
Psykers who, for whatever reason, can't typically get off the planet because they don't have the technology, but they are getting off the planet, and the normal conventional ways wouldn't be possible because they shouldn't be able to survive.
I feel that I should mention that psykers are a relatively common phenomenon on this planet.
Right.
We've been trying to deal with them as we've seen fit, but most of them do not use their abilities for warfare. If the reports that I've been getting from the psykers that have been going out there, many of these will likely have no idea what's been going on. They've been overwhelmed by a new galaxy that they've been thrust into, and that is likely why they've been manifesting their psychic powers unfettered and probably facing the perils of the warp. Someone is taking advantage of them, and that is unacceptable.
I completely agree. That's definitely on the same page there.
Damn it, can't nuke it now.
No, we're not.
What was that?
Nothing.
The advice I would give you is, to travel to the island of Tanoku and see if you can figure out anything going on. Hopefully you'll be able to find O'Dwyer there or signs of what has happened to him.
I'm sure we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm sure he's going to be fine.
We're crack detectives.
Yeah, we've done this a lot.
Be aware, you'll have to get a boat, you realize.
Well,
right,
you're giving us a boat.
Oh, no, I don't have any boats to give you.
What? You don't have any boats, but you've got, you're in this super nice lounge or hut,
There is a tradition of independence amongst the captains of the ships. Those who travel in the longboats, as they are called by the people in this tribe. The different tribes have different boats, but the boats are sort of independent. Even the Jarl was not able to order them to do his bidding, and we've been able to convince some of them to go on religious missions, but to be perfectly honest, many of the times we'd have to pay them quite a bit of
trade.
money. Yes.
Without under the influence of the Emperor. This is interesting.
Now, do they accept thrones?
I'm sure we could convert your thrones into some version of the local currency or trade goods.
Don't worry, Daniel is also sometimes a money converter. Right, Daniel?
I got it, guys.
Yeah!
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, Schneider, thank you for the information. I guess we'll have to... We're not requisiting, because that's exactly how you'd say it, but I guess we're paying
That's so wrong.
for services.
Yeah.
This is going to be interesting. Okay, let's do this.
The money actually does have worth occasionally. You don't just give it away and tell people it's religious icons.
I mean, it is if I say it is, because I'm a
Wait.
priest.
You say the money is a religious icon?
What?
Does that work?
I mean, if you're good enough. I mean, if you've got the religious swagger that a priest like myself has.
Yeah, we might have to try that.
Yeah, I mean, talisman,
Why did I say anything?
Well, look, sometimes you gotta share good ideas, and I think this was an idea worth sharing. So, Schneider, you take that one to the bank, get it, because it's money. I'm gonna go to the boat and secure us a boat, and I think we'll be on our way to...
Well, you'll need to figure out which boat you're going to get, and you'll probably need to interview and hire a crew. Most of them meet at the Whiskey Bomb Tavern.
I will go to the Whiskey Bomb Tavern.
Oh, sounds like a cool spot. All right, Schneider, thank you so much. Enjoy your log place, log mall, log cabin.
Log Mall.
Log mall. I like it.
They call it a mead hall.
Log Mall.
Log mead hall. Well, see you later, Schneider. And I hope to never see you again sometime.
Yes. Good luck.
All right, Daniel, I'm going to turn you off until we get to that bar.
Cool.
Thanks for listening to this grim dark tale. Tune in next week for part 2 of our adventure on Rund. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a servo skull and helping these two as game master. If you'd like to download more episodes of Roll to Seas or check out other similar podcasts, head over to partialarc.com. You can email these morons any questions at rolltoseas@gmail.com. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to leave a rating and review on iTunes. It pays for all the grav weapons, which are so expensive. Goodbye.